Oh, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. You know, covering the Dallas Cowboys is a full-time job. The morning report is known as "Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys Report" because things happen late in the evening, late at night, first thing in the morning. So you want to be up to speed with all that is America's team. Well, the Cowboys have uh, been losing players all over the place. And they made a move tonight, which is a new thing for the Dallas Cowboys because they don't usually get players in the first week of free agency. The last one would be Brandon Carr. Signed him to a 4-year, $54 million contract. And since that time, they bargained basement shopped. So here's what's interesting. The Dallas Cowboys are signing Gerald McCoy, 32 years old, 6'4", 300 pounds, defensive tackle. Interesting. Um, he's 32 years old. He's getting long in the tooth, but last year he wasn't Calais Campbell. Let's say it. He wasn't my boy Calais, but he did have 37 tackles, two pass defenses, two forced no, I'm sorry, no forced fumbles, 37 tackles, 5 sacks, and two pass defended. Not bad production, and when you consider that D-Law didn't have many sacks more than that. Did he have a half sack more than that? Maybe that was it. That is definitely a guy with experience, a guy who can play on the run, a guy who I'd say he's an upgrade. Again, he's getting up there in age, but I think that's definitely a good move. And we see that the Dallas Cowboys are not asleep at the wheel. Other news: Cam Fleming. They didn't pick up the option on him, so he's out the door. That saves them $5.1 million. I talked about that earlier today. I said, we freed up some cash by restructuring Zeke's as well as Lyle Collins' deal, giving us $4 million. And by not picking up that option on Cam Fleming, that frees up 5.1. So today they actually gained $9.1 million of cap space. I don't have a report. I was trying to find out if there's any numbers. Let me look up here. This is literally, I was literally in bed about to go to sleep. I was going to check my wife's temperature, make sure she ain't got no fever. You know what I'm talking about. Jet D and Q and Cowboys, Philly Cowboy fan. Let me look real quick and see if I see anything. Um, he's trending. Cowboys have agreed to terms with defensive lineman Gerald McCoy on a 3-year deal, according to source. Looks like all the deals is pending a physical. McCoy started every game last season for Carolina after a 9-year run with Tampa Bay. Welcome to the Dallas Cowboys. So say hello to my little friend. And say hello to Michael Anthony. The Dallas Cowboys have signed Gerald McCoy, defensive tackle, 300 pounds, 6'4".
Whoa. 300 pounds? 300 pounder?
300 pounder, yes. Agreeing to terms on a 3-year deal. In his career, he has 59 and a half sacks.
Wait.
And
I can't get over 300 pounder.
Okay. The move replaces Robert Quinn. So.
Oh, yes,
That's what we have for you, and I'm gonna go to bed. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. and get some sleep, and we'll be back first thing in the morning. Got to get my pork shoulders in. I got some pork shoulders to put in. But this is good that the Marcus Mouser, I love some of these tweets, says this is it's great because it means Tristan Hill won't be forced to play. So a 3-year deal. No word on exactly how much money it's going to cost, but yeah, definitely a good move for the Dallas Cowboys. So we are definitely in uncharted territory for the Cowboys. The Cowboys, you know, uh, I think this is actually, I've got people that have been texting me, all evening and stuff saying, man, we're losing everybody. We're losing everybody. You know, sometimes you need to go ahead and change and let people go. One thing Bill Belichick does after they win the Super Bowl is basically he turns over about 30% of the roster because you don't want people to get into a comfort zone. When you've been in a job for a long time, you know what time the boss is coming by. You know how much work you got to do just to skate by. And I can surf the web. They're not going to know. It's not going to matter. But when you have a turnover, when people start thinking, I could be next, you actually act a little differently. And I think the fact that now we have a new coaching staff, that comfort zone of Jason Garrett, where guys knew exactly what you needed to do to get along with him, just don't smoke weed and things like that. And, just make sure you clap with them and, give them a little dap when you go in that you're going to be okay with Jason Garrett. Now these guys don't know what to expect. Now you're kind of put out of your comfort zone. It's kind of like, maybe this is the wrong analogy, but when Darth Vader, in the first Star Wars, the original one, the one I saw when I was like just a little kid with my brother. I think I was 11 years old maybe. But Darth Vader, said, you failed me for the last time, and knocks that guy out. You're in charge. I won't fail you. I won't fail you, okay? Because I ain't trying to get killed. And that's what you kind of need. Get guys out of their comfort zone. Let them know that, hey, we need you. And, letting these guys go, I think in the end it's going to be good to get a new result. Sometimes you have so many people that are in the same rut and it's just kind of been losing and never really achieving, that maybe it's time to let these guys go. Now, you got some guys that were just basically here for a cup of coffee, and Robert Quinn and Randall Cobb. They did great things for us, and they're still going to do great things for us by bringing us compensatory picks. Let's say, hypothetically, Gerald McCoy works out maybe not quite as good as Robert Quinn, but let's say he works out pretty good. In the end, the Cowboys did a great thing because they gave up a 6th-round draft pick to bring in Robert Quinn. Robert Quinn gives you 11.5 sacks. He leaves and probably get us a 4th or maybe a 3rd-round compensatory pick. And then you end up getting Gerald McCoy. So you're ahead of the game with what you've done now. And here's the other good thing is, okay, so now you've got one of these pieces, at least in, that's going to open up a little more of the draft. We know we need a cornerback. We need a safety. Might need another receiver. So now you can start looking at best players available. So I'm excited about all this. This is great news. So, yeah, I just want to see how much money that it cost them. But with the 3-year deal, they can guarantee, like the first year and a half, and, they can prorate the signing bonus. So you can kick that money down the road. So maybe the Cowboys, I lambasted them last night, and maybe there's a plan. Yeah. Maybe there's a plan better than we thought. Because I know today things look a lot different than they did yesterday. So, that being said, I'm going to go get my butt in bed. See if anything else breaks before morning. See you soon.